Alrighty, everybody. I wanted to do another video as kind of a redemption for my previous video where my mic and audio issues were a little bit rough. But this time I was going to do a midway battle, the hypothetical battle where everything goes right for the Japanese, where spotter planes are launched on time, everything runs smoothly, they actually see us in a decent amount of time and not late like in real life. So we'll see how this goes, and again, I'll kind of just go through what I do to help get success out of everything. And we are starting at 3 a.m. and I think it's around 5-ish, 4:30-ish that we can actually launch our planes. So luckily we don't have to wait as long to get into a battle. But like before, at the very beginning of the match, I like to do some formation editing. I think I'll actually just start out with doing a merging of task forces. I know in real life these task force were separate, but I'm going to combine them just for game's sake because it'll actually help increase the survival chances of the carriers and just make everything a lot easier in terms of logistics for me, so that way I don't have to manage a bunch of different things all at once. So and like before, we're going to go to the preset, edit preset. We have all these ships now, and just like before, we are going to bring all of the ships into the center. I'm going to just do a box just like last time and bring all the ships to the center. Again, it doesn't really matter where the ships go, except for maybe a few ships, which is going to be the Atlanta and some other cruisers. Come on, work properly for me, please. Thank you. There we go. Okay, perfect. Let's see. Actually, the Atlanta's kind of in the right spot. Put it over here. Atlanta, move you. Now you're here. Perfect. I think, no, we got a few other ships. Put them in here. Now that's good. Hit apply. And then we'll change the speed of our ships to 25 because we have some slower ships this time. And I don't need a spotter. I know where the ships will be. They'll be like right here. And so we'll do a strike right off the bat with all of our dive bombers, saving the torpedo bombers, because at the very beginning of the match, if you were to send them to the carriers right away with this right group, they would all get slaughtered because they had arrived first, and they'd miss. They would all miss the carriers as is, because the AI in this game is really good at dodging torpedoes. So I just won't send them until later. Hopefully we'll see some carriers that are crippled, and we can then sink them with the torpedo bombers, but that's a hope and a prayer that these guys get their job done. So like I said, around here, go with the bomb, 1,000-pound bombs, greenlight them, and just do them with all the carriers. And we're also only going to send a couple of escort planes because they kind of suck at doing their job, and I'd rather hold the majority of them back for the enemy wave of planes that will inevitably come. So that's kind of my reasoning for only having a few for each attack wave. Okay, and that should be everything for now. I think now it'll just be a waiting game. Eastern Islands will send their planes, and they'll be the spotters this time. I don't need to send any. And then they'll be the sacrificial lambs for some of the fighters to go after instead of our groups. So hopefully everything works, and we'll skip ahead until something good happens. And there they go. Then my group will go shortly after theirs. Let's check in on our task force. Look at all of them move on the carriers. I don't like the fact that it's still like super dark, but I guess it is what it is. Alright, turning into the wind now to launch the planes. Things are about to get good. Where'd my sound go? Alrighty. They're up and gone. I will also send just a few patrols up as well. Let's see. Probably 3 from each CV. One with a bigger area than the last. Just so that way they can take care of the spotter aircraft that'll inevitably be here, so. All three carriers, though, I tell you what, are just like the most eye candy carriers I've ever seen. They just look the best aesthetic looking carriers. Alright, we have some time before they reach there. Skip ahead quite a bit. Here they are. Exactly where I thought they'd be. Didn't I sink you at the Coral Sea? It's quite the contrast in how spread out they are versus mine. It'll ultimately work out better for me though, just because of the way game mechanics work. Even if this might have been a real world tactic. Oh well. Still haven't seen these guys yet. Look at all of these bombers. Surely we hit something, right? this guy. This guy, in real life, his name is Dusty Cleese. Him and Dick Best, if you've seen the Battle of Midway movie, these two pilots were the only ones in the entire, really in the United States history to bomb two carriers and sink them in the span of a single day. They're the only two that can claim to do that. Well, I guess they didn't technically sink the second carrier. I guess I should say they're the only two to hit two carriers in a single day. Sinking one in a day. And the second one sunk a couple days later after they abandoned it. Let's see if their reputation can live up to the actual in-game standards. They're getting really close to the carriers at the exact same time as the enemy's getting close to Midway. This will be quite the timing. Imagine being the enemy pilots and just coming back and your carriers are just suddenly on fire. And it's literally any second now. They're pretty close. In fact, they're moving into position to start bombing. Alright, Cleese, show us what you got. There they are. Those zeros. Please don't be zeros. See, man, where is my fighters at? Why are they not protecting these guys? Apparently in this game, Dusty, McCluskey gets shot down. That's McCluskey right there. I don't think he did get shot down in real life, but he's a pretty famous guy. Cleese luckily wasn't shot down, but he was pretty close to getting shot down. Jeez, look at his plane full of holes. Look at them all, bro. Alright, Dusty, do it. Nice, perfect, right on the airplane. Our carrier's getting bombed. Where's that? more aircraft on the deck. Right next to the mid elevator. Not coming down on any more. Let's see. What other bombers have bombs? These guys? Here's Dick Best. Let's see if he too can hit the target or not. Through the clouds and everything, this guy's confident. Nope. Dick Best in the video game was way off. At least there's another hit on the target. Yes, cripple this one. This one hasn't been hit yet. Nice hit. We are going to pause real quick and send all the torpedo planes this way. Oh, just kidding. Ah, that's right. The torpedo planes were way out of range for this. Oh, man, that kind of sucks. Nah, the max range is 270, so we won't be able to send our torpedo bombers towards them, sadly. Kind of sucks, because now would be the perfect time. That was Dusty Cleese's hit. Nice hit, too. Did we hit all of them? Nope, this guy remains untouched, but the rest are hit. Got a few bombers coming in, which is a good thing. Just got done bombing. See, where's our fighters? Why do these guys get free reign again? There's only a few. This kind of sucks, bro. Let's see which carrier this is. Another great hit. She got pounded though. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4? 4 or 5, I think. It's a good amount of damage. I think I see one that escaped unharmed though. Missed the Kaga. Three solid hits on this one. A hit on this one. 2 hits on this one. It'll definitely keep these guys from launching, which is perfect. Then all that's left now is to deal with the Kaga. Perfect attack. And just as they're getting done and everything, they'll be coming back to carriers that they can't even land on. I might increase the speed, just so that way airplanes might be able to launch faster, even if we might leave some ships behind. No, it's still too far away. Shame. This one's still burning furiously. Nice little hit on the side there, too. Very slow. She's still going at it, too. I think all of them were repaired enough.
Romeo, Black Leader, Loki, Vector 080, 20 miles. Angels 10 plus.
It's really just this one that really got the blunt of it. that's struggling to keep up now.
Romeo, Black Leader, bogey, vector 100, 20 miles, Angels 10 plus. Romeo, Black Leader,
Let's just
bogey,
send them that
vector
way.
070,
See what
20
happens.
miles, Angels 10 plus. Romeo, Green Leader, bogey, vector 100, 20 miles, Angels 10 plus. Romeo, Black Leader, bogey, vector 070, 20 miles, Angels 10 plus. Romeo, Red Leader, bogey, vector 100, 20 miles, Angels 10 plus.
Alright, let's see what damage they can do. Oh, they're going down. We might miss them. This is just the Kaga, though. She's pretty much dead in the water. With a few escorts. I don't know where the rest of her sisters went, though. They just are further? Yes, they are. They're all in this area still. It's just the Kaga kind of making a beeline for us now. Looks like we have a little bit of action coming our way. Level bombers. Let's see if they can hit anything. Basically, the short answer is no. Even though a lot of them are here, I don't think any of them will hit the target at all. They don't care, they're just trying to land. They know that they're no threat. It's really funny. Oh, that was close though. That bomb actually might have done something here. Because, yeah, there's a hole there. That's freaking funny. Yeah, it's definitely the fighters slaughtering them as they leave now. We'll hit pause for a sec. Send them all after the Kaga. Once again. Can't tell which one they went out. This one's dead in the water, so they should be able to kill this one. Got a nice hit. See if we can't get some more. Oh wow, this is the Kaga. Just kidding. I guess those dive bombers literally knocked out her engines. That's lucky. Oh man, no mercy. A lot of torps that hit her. Hopefully that's like all it takes. I want to send torps back to her. Don't matter, I guess every single torp bomber I sent's going after the Kaga. Yep, her stern's going to the end. Or whatever this is. Her back end's going down. There's so many holes on this ship. Forward just right there. Crazy part, she's not even sinking, bruh. Just a glitch. How is she not going down? Kaga's there, so we're gonna send all my dive bombers that way, I guess. Again, how's this thing just shrugging that off? Yeah, this thing is just chugging along, I guess. Alright, let's see if our dive bombers can take her out, I guess. That was glorious. Now do you sink? I don't even know if this thing will be sinking. I don't I don't know what to do about this guy. I guess he just gets to live for forever, I guess. Whatever. He just continues like nothing happened. It's crazy. We'll just ignore him. This thing must be glitched, because ain't no way this thing has just been survived like 15 torpedo hits and 15 bombs, bruh. Whatever. They're on their way. Let's see. Got some other carriers dead in the water. I don't know where the other carriers would be, but this is the Akagi, I think. I got some planes wanting to land, but unable to. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're up here more. Where I sent my dive bombers. Yep. Nope. Same thing. So you got this task force coming this way. Nothing's over here though. Maybe if I just go backwards this way. Let's do some searches from the seaplanes. I don't know. Maybe they just got sunk. I really can't think of another explanation of what would have happened to them. I literally just don't see them anywhere. If they did get sunk, that's crazy. I've never had carriers just get sunk from bombs. Because then you have freaking aircraft carriers like the Kaga over here just tanking it. Oh, oh, is she actually sinking? I see her bow slowly going down. Or, I don't know if that's really what it's called, the bow or not, but this might be the bow. For all I know. I don't really know. I stand corrected. This is her stern. Her stern seems to be sinking. Now if I could do it faster, so I could focus on any other things. Like inch by inch, just going under. Come on, bro. Those aren't from my carrier, are they? I didn't send them this way. I mean, anything to help finish this carrier off, I guess. Says it I have no idea where that's from. Guess it must have been from my carrier. Alright, finally, jeez. I like how the smoke just goes straight out like that. It's kind of funny. Alright, now that we got that taken care of, the last one I believe is just over here. I know that's just a destroyer, right? We'll sink this guy and then call it quits. Nope. These are just other surface ships. Alright, let's see this guy. Look how many bomb hits it has. About to have a few more. Nice hit. Alright, she's been hit pretty good. 1, 2, so many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Guess we kind of just have to wait. Where's my force? Way down here. It is kind of listing to its right side a little bit. I don't think it mattered though. Looks like she actually might be going down no matter what. Her stern is starting to sink as well. Looks like I didn't need that second strike after all. Down she goes. There's smoke over there. Let's check it out. then we completely just decided not to attack the aircraft carrier because it was sinking and just get this destroyer. Not only this destroyer, but apparently that guy over there too. Is that just an airplane or what is this? No, they got him directly on his butt. See if he can't plant it. It's pretty close. Not quite, but he nearly got him. Where does Buddy go? Wasn't there literally a friend he had right over here? Oh, he's over here. He's already in the water. It plunges. Alright, I think I'm going to call it there. I think I got all the carriers. I'd be very surprised if I didn't get them all. Who knows, I might not have. These might be it. I'm kind of praying inwardly that that's not the case. I'm wrong. These guys escaped way up north. So I failed to get one of them. It's alright though.